hi. Everybody. Wait a minute. Hello, everyone.
Good evening, everybody. Can I get a hello? Good evening, everyone. Brilliant, fantastic. Let me swap to me for now. Perfect. Okay, welcome. I hope that everyone can hear me in the room and that everyone can hear me online. I've got a bit of an echo. If somebody's got their microphone or speakers on in the room, could they please turn those off right now? Welcome everybody here at the absolutely amazing, beautiful venue that we have for this evening. We are coming to you live from Cape Town in the Baxter Theatre. It's in Rosebank, Cape Town, for this, the 2021 Dumasani Ndaba Awards. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome you all here. I believe that you can hopefully see me on screen. And also we have a roving camera going around to give you an idea of what's going on there. Can I get a thumbs up, Tiamo? I can see you. Can you let me know, is that what you can see? Brilliant, brilliant, thank you. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the 2021 awards. We have here with us somebody's got their microphone on again. Please, people, if you connect to the Zoom, can you make sure your microphone and volume is off? Thank you. We have in the room with me today our leaders for the program in 2021. We have our group who have just trained to run a schools program in 2021. Can we get a cheer from the schools group, please? That was pretty poor. We also, in the room, see if they can do a bit better, we have our core lecturers to support the undergraduate program. They are about to train for that in 2021. They are a little bit further away from the mic and fewer, so they're going to have to make more efforts. Core lecturers, can you give us a cheer? Fantastic, much better. We won't have too much of a program tonight. We are going to simply have a little bit about the reason for the award, a little bit about each of the candidates, and then I'm quite excited. Here in this box, we have this year's Dumasani Award. It's been engraved. Whoa, it's also maybe broken now. It's been engraved with the winner, so it's been sealed in this box. And the name of the winner is in this envelope, which I've had with me for weeks now. Right, I've been absolutely dying to open this envelope, so that's where we're going to get to. Before I do,
I know.
Please, Peter, mute. I'm muting. Excellent. Sorry. Before we proceed into talking a little bit about the award, we're going to hear some what the reason for the award, and some of the past winners are going to say a couple of words. I'd like to allow the director of the Access Program, Dr. Neville Swade, to say a few words in opening. Dr. Swade.
Am I allowed to take my mask off when I talk or not? Hi, everybody. Um, I've met all of you, I think, on Zoom this week that are here, and now I'm very glad to be here in person and very grateful that we've got this opportunity. It seems that the Baxter Theatre is uniquely suited to our needs because we've got the split level here with one group up here and one group down here. It's a hell of a thing, this COVID. A hell of a thing. I mean, who would have imagined, you know? Who would have imagined that this is what's normal a year ago? I remember I happen to have masks, surgical masks, because during the matric exam in 2019, my son, who wrote matric then, he's very susceptible to getting sick. He gets like chesty quite often. And I was terrified he was going to get sick during the exams. So I bought these masks so that when we drove to school, we could all wear the masks. I know it sounds a bit crazy, right? So I had a mask, and then I went to Checkers, and I wore the mask in the first few weeks of COVID. And people are looking at me like oddly. Now, it's exactly the other way around. If you don't wear a mask, people look at you strangely, and it's completely normal, right? It's completely normal. It's amazing how much can change in such a short time. Really amazing. But despite that, here we are. And I mean, it's great to be here today and see people, real people, as opposed to electronic representations of people. And we have to thank Carl for that. Carl has put a huge effort into making this happen. You have no idea how much administration it requires to get all of this to happen. So I want to just acknowledge Carl's role and say thank you very much for the effort that you've put in, Carl. Okay, so tonight is an important moment in our program's annual cycle. You'll hear all about it, so I'm not going to repeat anything. But I want to say that I was on the committee that helped make decisions in this round. And it was, I mean, it's always said, people always say this, right? They always say, well, it was very close and, you know, we couldn't make, and it actually genuinely was. People who get nominated, there's a lot of passion for this program. And it's incredibly heartening to see the amount of passion and commitment that we see from folks who are nominated and beyond. And so I want to congratulate all the nominees and thank all the nominees for the effort that they put in. And to the winner, I wish to say a special thank you and congratulations. You'll find out who that is in a short while. Thanks very much. Enjoy the evening.
Super. Thank you very much, Dr. Neville. I'm now going to just give a little bit of a presentation about where we are and how we've come to this award. And we're then going to hear from Mr. Ndaba, and we're going to hear from some past award members about what it means to them. I just need to share my screen with you guys. As always, technology is sometimes not my friend. And we wait. Oh dear. Okay. I know what I did wrong, I think. Sorry guys, bear with me while I just work with the technology. I think the key that I needed to get right here is just to wait rather than do something else. So just give it a second. Okay, great. I think we are there. Can somebody give me an indication that you can see my screen? Great, I can't see anybody giving me an indication. Can somebody please say that they can see the screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yes, we can.
Great, super. Thank you very much for that. Okay, brilliant. So again, welcome to the 2020 Dumasani and Ndaba Awards. The awards is named after, obviously, a gentleman called Dumasani and Ndaba. And I know that many of you watching now know who he was, but for those who don't, I just want to briefly introduce Dumasani to you. Dumasani was a planeteer back in the early days. He first started in 2008. So we're talking, what, more than 10 years ago now. And sadly, 3 or so years ago, Dumasani passed away in a motorcycle accident. And after that, we've instituted the Dumasani and Daba Award in his honor. Now, the question is, why did we institute it in his honor? And I want to just show you something to illustrate why we chose to honor Dumasani. Just give me a second. There we go. I'm sharing with you just a few pictures of Dumasani that I think will resonate with people in the room here. We have the core lecturers upstairs there. The pictures that you can see on the top level here, that's Dumasani, his core lecturer training. It was the first ever core lecturers training. He was in the first batch ever of core lecturers, held in Cape Town, a little bit out of Cape Town, away from here. So he was one of the first to train as a core lecturer. And as I said, he was one of the first ever planeteers back in 2008. So he was one of the first ever planeteers, the first ever to train as a core lecturer. And the bottom right there, you can see him actually at the workshop he core lectured in. That was in UFS. I think that is now 2012. And then if we come on the bottom right there, you can see him. He core lectured abroad. He was part of the first group who ever core lectured outside of South Africa. These are pictures of him from core lecturing in Namibia. On the top right there, schools program. That's him with his schools team. He was part of one of the first ever schools team, 2014 in Gauteng. You can see him in the top right of that photo. Another picture of him core lecturing there at the Free State. And just for completion, at the bottom left, that's a picture of him at the last night party, just to make sure you know that he didn't just do all the academic stuff. He was also always happy to come out with the Planeteers and actually to entertain everyone. He was a complete gentleman. On top of that, Dumasani took part in the first ever education committee for the Access program and several other important Access events. What I want to say in summary is he was the first Planeteer we're aware of who did everything within the Habitable Planet program. And so,
Please mute.
thank you, Neville. And so, on Dumasani's passing, we decided to honor him with naming our Excellence Award in the program after him. The award is for those who, like Dumasani, have contributed over an extended period of time and in all of the possible mechanisms, or in many of the possible mechanisms, as one can contribute in the program. So that's just a little bit of a background to that. I have talked about him several times to groups here, so I'm going to ask for some other people to add some words. Firstly, I'd like to hear from Dumasani's father, Mr. Richard Ndaba, and then I'm going to hand over to a couple of past award winners. I'm hoping, Mr. Ndaba, that you can unmute now and say something to us.
Good evening, Sanbonani, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sipiwe Ndaba, the father of Dumisani Ndaba. On behalf of the Ndaba family, I would like to thank you all for this great honor to speak with you today. I would like to thank Dr. Palmer and the whole HPW and Access team for this day. My son was a dedicated, inspiring, and innovative young man. He cared a lot about the planet, the environment, and he especially cared about people. As a family, we are honored that this annual award is given to a passionate, deserving young person. We are so proud, and we wish all candidates and the receptionist the very best. Lastly, happy Human Rights Day, and the sky is the limit. I thank you.
Super. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on and speak, Mr. Ndaba. I think it really brings the meaning of the award home to everyone. And welcome again, once again. And yeah, thank you very, very much. I would like to now, we have actually two past winners of the award in the room. And so I'm going to ask them to just come and say a few words about what winning the award meant to them, and I'll do it in chronological order. So the first, we have Fabian, Dr. Fon. Would you please just come and say a quick hello?
Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening in the house. Good. I'm Dr. Fon, like I've been introduced. When you wake up in the morning and you join such a wonderful program, it takes a whole lot of effort. And it means there's so much sacrifice that we have to input to be able to do what Access is asking us. It's not about the money, it's about the passion. Sometimes we go through rough roads. Sometimes the roads are rocky. Sometimes it's rainy. And sometimes we insult each other. And there's so much into it, but what keeps us going is the passion, is the love for what we do, the care for our community. Like we heard from Dumisani's father, this is very, very inspiring. We can tell you that we have carried on the legacy of Dumisani and is going ahead. And each and every student that is standing here today or sitting down somewhere there, it's going through the same process. They are a living proof that what he left behind is not going to stop, it's going to continue. And there's no other joy. We've met, what happened to Dumisani was a sad thing, but we have converted it to become something very important, to celebrate his life. It's now a memory that becomes so useful to us. And by celebrating this day, we honor people. So that's a legacy that Dumisani left behind. I can't tell you how much joy that you feel when you come in here and they recognize the work, the input that you go out there and you give to the school. It makes so much difference. Sometimes I feel like I'm on top of the sky. When I won this award, I felt like I was on top of the sky. I wasn't here, but I and my children were screaming at home, woo, that's the joy. And my wife left the kitchen without knowing what we were celebrating. She was also screaming. I was like, hey, why are you screaming? You know, that's how far it goes. So thank you very much. Enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fon. I'd now like to ask our other past winner to come up and say a few words. Weliswa Kunene.
Hi, everyone. Dr. Paul, I think you forgot to mention Dr. Anderson. So, hello, everyone. My name is, oh yes, I'm very short. Okay, so louder. As usual. My name is Weli Swagunene. I am from KZN. I'm from Durban. I'm from a township called Kwatabega. Yes, how does it feel to win a DNA award, and what can I say to future holders? First of all, I would like to congratulate everyone that was nominated. It's a win. It's a huge thing and it needs to be celebrated. Can we have a round of applause? And to the winner, whoever wins, I'd like to say congratulations to you. Your name has gone down in history. Really, really, it was such an honor. I was not expecting it. I cannot say this enough because I felt like I was relatively new to the program. I felt like there were people that had been there longer than I have. And I didn't think that anyone was recognizing the work that we were doing. So also this is just a message and an encouragement to everyone that is doing something, anything, just participating with Access and HPW. Just keep doing it. You never know who's watching you. You never know. As little as engaging with people, some people are just taking social media pictures. Some people are sharing on social media. just any engagements, just do it. You'll never know who's watching. And it's the award itself is so important, so prestigious, and it is an honor. I cannot say it enough, knowing that my name is written down and engraved on an award that is going to be there for 10 years, traveling around South Africa with my name. It's such a huge thing. It's a win, you know. So I'm really grateful. Truly, truly, I am grateful. And that is all I have. I'm truly honored. It's big shoes to fill for Dumisani Ndaba. And I actually felt it last year hosting the mini HPW in a pandemic. It was really difficult. It was not easy at all. The people that were there in our training HPW this year actually attested to me getting emotional about how it was difficult to run that workshop. But we are here again this year. We want to do it because we are passionate about the program and we want to make a difference in the world through science and through the platform that we are given in access. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone.
Thank you, Eliswa. And last but not least, we have a third winner in the room, Mr. Bango.
Thank you, Carl. I'll try to be brief. To me, winning the DNA represented fruits of selflessness, fruits of giving and contributing to somebody's future. That is who Dumisani was. Dumisani was a planeteer. I think we met in the 2009 workshop. He was from UKZN. He was a simple person who loved everybody. He made sure that when the Planeteers are together, he shares his stories. He shares the successes of what they are doing in KZN. As Carl is saying, he was involved in everything. So when we gathered here, he inspired us as Planeteers by sharing what they are doing, the motivations they're getting, and he inspired us as Planeteers. Another thing with Dumisani, he was a streetwise person. He was a guy with mohawks and everything. He reached out to everyone. And for that, to me, I found something that I can call an access bug. Once an access bug touches you, it changes you. So to me, made sure that nobody stays alone in the corner. From KZN, he'd move to Forte Group, he'd move to Walter Sisulu, so that as Planeteers, we carried this access bug as one united family. That's who we are. So I was honored to receive this, and I hope that it will carry on the way it was. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andisiwe. And that means we get down to the business of the evening. It's time for me to recap for us the nominees this evening, and then I will be able to open that envelope and reveal the winner. I'm gonna have to share my screen again. I'm afraid my computer has decided this is the day to take a long time over everything, which means I'm gonna have to fill in some words as we wait for my computer to decide to show the slides. What I would like to request is I'm going to introduce the nominees now. I have an important job for everybody in the room. Everybody in the room, your job is simply this. You have to give each one of them the biggest round of applause of your life, right? We are much fewer this year because of COVID. That means everybody's got to clap for 2 people, right, to make this feel special. That's your job. And if somebody's from your varsity, you've got to clap for 6 people, right? Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes! Much better, much better. Okay, so I'm going to very quickly introduce them one by one as soon as my computer will oblige me. The nominees for the 2021 Dumisani Ndaba Award are, firstly, right here in Cape Town and all the way from the University of Fort Hare in the Eastern Cape, we have Nokolo Umdadelwa. Once again, right here in the room and all the way from Univen, we have Fano Fanzwana. All the way over, watching tonight, I know, at the group meeting in Pietermaritzburg, we have from UKZN, Zuko Marundla. I've already spotted her on the call this evening. All the way from Wits, we have Tumelo Ramolula. A nominee several years in a row, formerly originally from Limpopo, but now working at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. We have Chibutiso Maluleke. An extremely cheeky chappy, all the way from VUT, we have Blessing and Kosi. One of the finest geologists and field trip guides that we've had on the Habitable Planet program, we have Dineo Magolejo. One more screen. Once again, with us in the room tonight, a mini Habitable Planet proposal writer this year, we have Narcissa Annalisa Niati. A several times nominee and one of the LOC champions of the Habitable Planet program, we have from UKZN, Kabir Pihabe. Probably sat only a kilometer or less from us this evening and joining us by Zoom. We have representing UWC, Tiamo Molele. Representing UKZN, but joining us all the way from Uppington in the Northern Cape tonight, we have Nawabisa Mkize. Our second entry from VUT this evening, one of the Planeteers who really strove to put that university on the map and ensure that in fact we always have Planeteers from VUT, including in fact Blessing. We have Tatai Masakile. And finally, last but by no means least, a student who until recently was studying at the University of Fort Hare, but has now been acquired by the UKZN's ever-growing team of nominees. We have Noluto Makwate. And that brings me to revealing the winner. Once again, we have to have a slight pause for my computer to catch up. I just need to stop that. Oh, it's just building the tension. So I want to assure you, I am not part of the committee who decides the winner. On again. Okay, thank you. I'm not part of the committee who decides the winner. I'm very glad that I'm not. When I read this year's nominees, and I hope all of you have, the quality is quite incredible. My job was only just to edit the nominee statements together, and my job extends to opening this envelope to find out. Are we ready? Yeah. Okay, here we go. And the 2020 Dumasani and Darbar with, ladies and gentlemen, the committee have given me a couple of surprises. The first surprise is I can inform you we have a tie. There are two winners for 2021. The second surprise is instead of giving me the name, they've just given me some clues. So I'm going to have to read those out and try and figure out who it is. Winner number one, it says, there has never been a winner of the DNA from Limpopo, but this person won't change that. Planeteer Fulu Malalaudzi, who went on to run the Limpopo Schools program, said that this person was their favorite core lecturer ever. The person's been with the program for over 5 years. In 2017, they were nominated as the NEC chair, but they didn't get the post. The person graduated as a core lecturer in 2017 with a mark of 80%. Very impressive. The person core lectured at the best ever Habitable Planet workshop. Although an expert core lecturer, the winner didn't stop there and has actually given a Habitable Planet key lecture. They're a committed LOC nut, having completed 3 LOCs already, and a pandemic hero. In December last year, they were the one who stepped up and chaired the LOC, who delivered a workshop when nobody else can. The first winner, therefore, must be Nwabisa Mkize. Nwabisa, you must please give us some words of acceptance.
Oh, guys, I'm like, oh, you bring me to tears. Thank you, guys. I don't know what to say. Thank you. This is an honor. It's an honor to win this award, and thank you.
I'm hoping so. Nwabisa, we believe you should have some award being delivered there. Can you show us?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Carl. Yes, I got some flowers. And some goodies.
Hey, it was a 10 seconds. Oh my God, please don't tell him.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Nwabisa. We will have to get the trophy engraved, and obviously with a second name, which we need to find out now. Okay, once again, I'm afraid the committee have made me read these clues. I apologize. The second winner, winner number 2. This person was nominated several times for the most likely to replace Carl Award, but they never won it. This person has given the final core lecture at a Habitable Planet workshop. There's only ever been one West African winner of the DNA Awards, but this person won't change that. Although not from West Africa, this person has core lectured out on the African continent outside of South Africa. The person never applied to be an LOC chair the first time. They just fell into it by mistake. Like Batman and Robin or Mafiki Zolo, this person has always worked as half of a famous partnership. And this is a person who actually never took the course before becoming a core lecturer. The second winner, therefore, is Kabir, Dr. Kabir Pihabi. And hopefully we can go over to Kabir.
Hi guys, just a celebration there, you can see. Thank you guys.
Kabir, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Thanks, guys. So yeah, this was really unexpected because, as I was just telling the guys, that there's so many quality candidates that we've seen in the nomination that I never ever expected to win this award. How long do I have, Carl? Do I have a few minutes? I need to say a few words.
You have a couple of minutes, and I think we also have something to give you that we need to see.
Okay, so very quickly, I just want to say that when I think in 2011 or 2012, I was never a good public speaker. I was never anyone who could chat. But I've met Dumasani himself around that time in around 2011, I think, or 2012. And based on his mentorship, it was one of the key moments in my life. So I feel very honored, but I think today the truth shows it's a putting in the pie call. Uh, this award everybody deserves. It belongs to everybody. And it just shows the dedication and all the people that we are here with. And I feel very strongly about all the nominations, all the people, because they do a lot of hard work as well. So I really like to thank all of you guys, and I thank Access for, I feel very honored. So thank you very much, and thank you to everybody. And I think one last thing I want to say is that may the young guys, the quality guys that we've come across all the years, they will take this forward, and I strongly believe that they will actually lead on with his honor. So thank you very much, and all the best, guys. And I'm really honored to have this. I really didn't expect it, and I'm really excited for the future of what this holds. Thanks a lot, Carl.
Kabir, Sarisha should have something for you. We'd like to see it, please.
Sarisha.
It was here in Cape Town, and it somehow magically made it over there. That's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Sarisha, you need to shake his hand and please present it to him for us. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Sarisha. Absolutely stunning. The trophy, obviously, Kabir, you will have to share with Noabisa, and I will leave that up to you. I'll be in touch about how we manage that going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our award ceremony for this evening. For those present in the room, we're going to go on to do the elections for the leadership positions. That won't take long, and I'm aware it's late, but I'd like to request a 5-10 minute comfort break so that I can rest my voice and people can go to the toilets, and then we will reconvene. To everybody who has joined us remotely, thank you very much. In these times of COVID, people joining remotely like this, it makes the award all the more special. We can't have that many people in the room. It's been an absolute pleasure to address you tonight. And congratulations again to the winners. One last big round of applause. Thank you very much. Goodbye, everybody. It's been lovely to have you, and I hope to see you all soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Congrats, Noabi.
Bye-bye. Congratulations.